everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Spotlight. I'm Reese Kissel, and today I'm with Che. Che is a senior at Riley High School and is involved in many clubs and leadership positions. Hello, Che. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm very good. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Che. I know you're involved with the band. How is that going, and what exactly do you do with the band?
Yeah, so we had a great season this year. We got gold at ISMA for marching band. My position currently is student director. So during marching season, I am the drum major of the band, and I direct the band in how their movements and how fast they play the music. My current role right now is to direct the band in pep band games for basketball.
Okay, so I did play an instrument when I was in middle school. I played the trumpet, and
did you?
ISMA was always pretty fun. Very nerve-wracking. Where was ISMA held at this year?
This year for ISMA, it was held at Crown Point.
Crown Point, okay.
How was that? Be wrong. I was good. We got gold with musical distinction. I could be wrong though.
Oh, that's good. All right. So clubs. I know you're in bowling. How is bowling going?
Bowling went great for me. I feel like I had a great season. I had a team of a lot of great friends and had a fun time. I got involved in it because I wanted to try something new. I'm always looking into new opportunities, and I heard about bowling. I was like, you know what? How hard could throwing a ball down a lane be?
Yeah, and bowling is one of those like lesser known things. Like, do you remember where you heard it from?
Yeah, I remember. I heard it from a friend who was looking into doing it.
Okay.
And he didn't want to do it alone, so I said, you know what? It's something new. Why not?
Yeah, and I've heard high school bowling can get pretty crazy. Do you have a favorite memory?
Oh gosh, a favorite memory. We had a German exchange student once who just chucked the ball down the lane. He almost hit the ceiling multiple times.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, that sounds pretty fun. Why are you involved with all this stuff, Che? Why do you decide to do all this?
Well, I feel like involvement in high school is a lot more than just being involved. It's about having the clubs and sports where the people you hang around with, they become your support system. With bowling, everyone was very supportive of each other, and everyone was working together, and it became like a family. And it helps you network, so you can get, if you need letters of recommendation from anyone, coaches would most likely be happy to write you something. You just have to get involved, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And that I've always done that.
All right, so since you're in all these clubs, these sports, like, how is your future? Like, what are you going to do in the future? What do you want to do?
Well, next year, the current plan is to go to college, Bowling Green State University over in Ohio, and go into aviation. I want to be a pilot. And then, of course, I want to continue with my band career, because playing music has always been very close to my heart. But last year I was in aviation program at the airport, which really got me more interested in being a pilot. And so a lot of people say I should go do that, or some people say I should be a music director. And I mean, both are great options, but I feel like being a pilot fits me more, so I'm going to go to college and do that.
Yeah, so being a pilot is kind of like, it's kind of rare. Like, I know at Riley we have an aerospace class. Did you take that class?
I'm currently in the aerospace engineering class, and we did a lot with paper airplanes and learning how a plane works, and it's a very fun class.
Paper airplanes? What was that all about?
Well, we had to learn how to make any material aerodynamic, and paper airplanes are the best way to do that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Being at Riley, we got 4 floors. You can really make that thing fly.
We launched them down, and they flew. Some of them just tumbled down, but quite a few of them actually flew quite a bit.
All right, Che, so that is a lot of stuff about in the classroom, about in Riley. Tell me a little bit about yourself outside of school.
Yeah, well, outside of school, I'm also equally as much involved. But I've been around South Bend all my life. I was adopted at 13 months old. I came home, and so that I feel like that adoption plays a big part of making me. Who I am. It's a big puzzle piece in my life. And it's always been relevant that I am adopted. I've got a big family that much paler than I am, so you can easily pick me out.
Do you have any contact with your family?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about, I want to say, almost 3 years ago. Wow. We made contact with my birth mom.
Okay.
And that was a big step for me in learning about who I am as a person.
How did you like anticipate that? Like, were you thinking about that for a while, or did it just come up?
Oh yeah, I was like, I always wondered, does she think about me?
Okay.
Would she want to meet me again? I was very scared about rejection. And we found her on Facebook. Not proud of it, but mom and dad did just a bit of stalking.
Oh my gosh.
And she made multiple accounts on Facebook just so she could find me, which was really sweet. It was really heartwarming, and it meant a lot to me because it meant that she wasn't, she didn't want to find me again. She didn't want to, not make contact. She wanted to find me. And that, I cried quite a bit that night when we found her. But
So, was it like you mentioned Facebook? Was it just like a text message, or did you like really go in?
yeah, well, they followed her and they messaged her on Messenger, and we kind of confirmed that it was her. Not knowing because there's a ton of people on Facebook, but we messaged her and we found out I have 3 half brothers,
Okay.
and a stepfather, and we've had contact with her this entire time, and we have a really solid relationship now. I talk to her about just about every day.
Yeah. How does she feel? Like, does she know about how much you're involved with the community around here?
Oh yeah, I mean, I tell her every day, I was doing this today, and I was doing this yesterday, and like a mother, she's very proud of me, and I'm happy to say that she's still in my life, and I was very, very happy to find her.
All right. So, being an adoptee, are you originally from the South Bend area?
No, I'm in Guatemala, small Providence, Santa Rosa, about it's southeast of Guatemala City.
Would you ever want to travel? Would you ever want to go there?
Oh yeah, I mean we've planned as a family multiple times to go back. It's just the timing has never worked out, and I know it's a beautiful place to be, and I've always wanted to go back, and it's always been important to me, and in fact we were figuring out what is the best way to go back, and how long do we stay? Because
Yeah. I mean, you being a pilot, you're going to be traveling everywhere.
yeah, I mean I could get my license. We could take a flight there.
I just rent a little private airplane
Yeah.
there. Just
I mean, why not? I can fly.
just make a little trip down.
Oh yeah. And it'd be good for me to sort of learn my culture as well.
Is that part of the reason why you want to be a pilot? Because it's like you're so far away from where you're originally from?
Yeah, and I think the knowing that if someone's far away from the home and I fly them back, because I kind of want to fly international, being able to connect families and reunite families, I feel like that's one of the reasons pilots become pilots, to be able to fly people one place to another and connect them with the world, connect them with different cultures and different languages. So yeah, I mean, I would say that's one of the reasons I want to be a pilot, because at some point I do want to go back.
Yeah, and you could travel everywhere. I mean, you could just make a little pit stop on the way back.
I could, yes.
Keeping on with that pilot trend, is there a specific airline you'd like to fly for?
Oh, well, actually, the one I was looking into is Delta. They do a lot of like some do a lot of shorter like business, but they also have some international flights that go out of JFK and LAX. So that, I mean, yeah, I would say Delta.
Thank you, Chait, and I think you're going to have a bright future in aviation, hopefully on Delta. Anyway, Chait, that about wraps it up for this edition of Wildcat Spotlight. It was nice to hear about your future plans and how involved you are within the community. Once again, I'm Reese Kissel.
Jay Breezy.
And that about wraps it up for this edition of Wildcat Spotlight.
All right, thank you.